Russell Brand has been in the news extensively over the last couple of weeks, given that he has been simultaneously canceled and facing several very, very serious accusations of SA, as we call it here, because on YouTube, because we're not allowed to say things like that without getting censored or in trouble, which is interesting because right now Russell Brand is not being censored because of saying bad things. He's being censored and he's being canceled because of things he's accused of doing, which they cannot corroborate. Now, what is going on is that he has been demonetized on YouTube, and he made a video, he released it last Friday, where he said he's moving over to Rumble to do almost exclusively Rumble content. Simultaneously now, we are finding out that executives at Rumble run the risk of getting arrested for supporting Russell Brand's free speech, which they have said that they are going to do. They're not gonna censor him. They believe in a free internet, and now a new law in the UK, a new internet ban or new internet laws will possibly put them under threat of arrest, which is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that Rumble was a Canadian company. That's another country where they don't have any free speech laws that protect them at all. But, I mean, this is just conjecture. They believe that Rumble executives, if they ever visit the UK, could risk jail time for violations of their online safety bill. And if it's coming from the UK and it's called an online safety bill, it literally means anything we deem damaging or toxic that is on social media from a UK citizen, you can be prosecuted for it. And I think Andrew Tate was one of the main reasons why this came about, because they're hand-wringing about Andrew Tate's impact on young boys in the UK.
Yeah.
They've taken it upon themselves to make sure everyone is safe on the internet.
It's kind of like when they talk
censoring
about
people.
It's like when they talk about misinformation. It just means whatever we deem to be misinformation is misinformation.
Right. But it looks like Rumble isn't backing down. They're going to continue allowing Russell Brand to monetize his content, despite the fact that multiple firms are boycotting the platform and pulling their advertisements from Rumble, including Burger King, ASOS, HelloFresh, and other companies.
I know Burger King and HelloFresh. I don't know ASOS.
ASOS is a clothing retailer.
Okay.
And now Burger King, this is from Newsweek, Burger King is getting called woke after Russell Brand advert move.
I saw Jordan Peterson. Is that
the worst that could happen?
I saw Jordan Peterson saying that we need to boycott Burger King, and I'm just picturing Jordan.
I wasn't going to Burger King anyway. That's easy.
My favorite thing is picturing like him driving to a Burger King, and he just veers.
He sees that headline and he's like, I can't do this anymore.
No, but here's the thing though, like, because when this came out, my favorite part was this came out right as that famous. Does anybody remember in the chat that dreadful tweet from McDonald's a couple of years back? It's
a modern progressive burger company.
Black trans women have a request for us. Please stop killing us. And it was a tweet from McDonald's, and everyone's like, "Sir, this is a McDonald's drive-thru. Like, why is McDonald's tweeting this? It makes no sense." So it's like I'm picturing.
Or no, it's them in character as Grimace.
I'm picturing Jordan Peterson. He's on his way to Burger King, and he's like looking at his phone. He shouldn't be looking at his phone and driving, but he is. And he's about to go into Burger King to get a Whopper, and he finds out that they have boycotted Russell Brand. He goes, "Arr!" He goes right, and he goes to McDonald's, and then he remembers, crap, I can't, because they're getting involved in the social justice too.
You go to Chick-fil-A.
That's all you can do.
Safe option.
That's all you can do.
But it's just like the Bud Light boycott. Like, I wasn't going to Burger King anyway. I wasn't buying Bud Light anyway.
No way,
So
Bucko.
I am all good on that.
See, I was going to Burger King.
That's shameful, honestly, Brett.
I have no problem.
After they pulled the Impossible Whopper.
I'm definitely not eating that. That's disgusting.
And the YouTube CEO was just in an interview where he completely threw Russell Brand under the bus and responded to questions about why they demonetized his channel. Basically, they asked him, how can you justify demonetizing Russell Brand when this isn't a lawsuit? This isn't even a criminal trial, and he hasn't gone through due process.
All right, Joe.
How do you justify demonetizing his channel when there hasn't been due process and we don't really know if these allegations are true or not? And
because there's an election coming up, man.
well, he wasn't that forthright about it. But he said he had off-platform news that was damaging to the broad creator ecosystem on the platform, whatever that means. And he reassured us that, don't worry, we're not playing favorites when we censor people and when we demonetize people. We suppress everyone equally. Everyone gets equal suppression and censorship.
But we know that's not true. That's
also not true.
There's a $20 one there from Hobby J.
Hey gang, late as always, but apropos to belly shirts, Brett must have lived in the house next to my trailer park as a 40-year-old POMC, person of multiple colors. Belly shirts have always been a sign of a hussy. Hi, Mary. Hi.
No.
Were you just?
I just think it was part of the style back in the late 90s. It just was. Yeah. Unless Christina Aguilera was a hussy in the Genie in a Bottle music video.
Do you want to play the interview?
First I want you. Somebody I saw Andrina in the chat said she didn't know what McDonald's commercial. This was a real tweet.
Oh.
Black trans women have a very simple message: stop killing us. From from Amara Jones.
What? When was this posted?
2020.
Okay, that makes sense.
2020, and then it's really funny. You go down through it, and it's all of this stuff. Black people banned in China and McDonald's and evicted from their homes over coronavirus.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it is one of those things that really proves like what is the point. There has to be some type. No, there has to be some type of funding for all this stuff because it's like it has nothing to do with burgers. Everybody in the comment section is saying that this is pointless. Like, fix your ice cream machine. Like, don't tell me this, fix your ice cream machine. This is insane. But yeah, do you want to go? We want to watch the...
Well, I could just tell you guys. It's impacted a number of creators and personalities on the platform in the past. And that's what's played out in this particular case around serious allegations. We endeavor to apply those rules equally across our entire creator ecosystem. He insisted that they don't play favorites, having them apply to the content behavior as opposed to who the person is. So don't worry. Rest assured, guys. Everyone is going to get demonetized equally on this platform. It doesn't matter who you are. But that's not actually true.
No, it's never been true.
You can point out countless examples, and this is probably because YouTubers in general have a higher propensity toward... bad behavior off platform.
Didn't we watch a video at one point? It was during the Nickelodeon stuff where somebody made strong allegations of the same type of stuff against Diplo.
I don't remember that.
When we were talking about what's her name? Like Dan. What's the
Dan Schneider?
Dan Schneider, and we somehow like somebody made a bunch of similar allegations against Diplo, the musician.
Yeah.
And
I never heard about that.
Okay, so he's still monetized.
It's getting to the point where you can hardly name a celebrity at this point who hasn't been faced with serious allegations of some kind.
Who is the DJ Luke, the dude
Dr.
from
Luke.
Dr. Luke?
Yeah,
he didn't get demonetized. Well, the allegations were coming out from Kesha.
Right, exactly. And Cardi B, I know that's a sensitive subject on this channel. Sam Pepper also faced allegations.
Diplo wins ruling against woman who accused him of harassment. Oof.
He won. So he won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said won a ruling in a case against a woman who says he harassed her. He says harassed him after a sexual relationship that ended in 2020. TMZ and Pitchfork can confirm. They had demanded an arbitration hearing against the woman, accusing her of violating a dual restraining order agreement that the pair had signed in 2021. So maybe, I don't know if that's even the same case, but yeah, that was a big deal for a while. People kept talking about that like in the music industry, a lot of people get away with a lot of stuff, as we know.
Right.
And those allegations came out. Yeah.
It's just, if you make one exception, then the entire platform is compromised.
Untangling the sexual misconduct allegations against Diplo. That's strange. This is from 2021. I don't remember anything about him being demonetized on YouTube because he ran the risk of harming other creators in the ecosystem.
The list of YouTubers and also public figures in general that have platforms on YouTube who have been hit with serious allegations of this nature is longer than genealogies in the Bible. Like, it could go on forever, especially because influencers they have a higher propensity toward bad behavior off the platform and on the platform, but they haven't gotten demonetized. So why now?
Yeah,
that's the big question.
I didn't know
why this guy and why now.
I didn't even know that Rumble was a Canadian company. For some reason, I just assumed it was an American company.
But good for them for, trying to create an alternative platform in a country that's so clearly totalitarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what's next for this dude when everybody, because it would have been very easy for Rumble to bend the knee. Very easy considering.
But what would have been in it for them to do that?
To bend the knee? No, nothing. They understand where their bread is buttered as far as their viewership. Like if you just look at how their viewership skews, it's people that want to support free speech and people that want to support. I know that their audience is heavily right leaning.
Right.
At Rumble, obviously.
I guess it's surprising on its own that they had advertisers
from Burger King
at this level. But no matter how many of these big ad firms pull out of the platform, they're still going to keep enough ad sponsorships to continue operating.
Also, Elon Musk said something like he wished he'd come to Twitter. I think that Elon Musk had said something about
he's kind of pressed that
jealous.
Russell Brand is on Rumble instead of X.
He's very jealous right now.
Well, who knows what's in store for Russell.
I don't know what's going to happen with this. I do know that it's a very good sign to see that
Has he
Rumble's
continued making videos, or is it just the...
I mean, he doesn't release them every day anyways, but the YouTube video came out on Friday, like just as the workday was ending, where he basically said that he's moving over to Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. I don't know what he's going to do. Is he just going to continue covering the news like he usually does?
He should.
Or...
I mean, he should. That'd be great. Like if he just keeps going through it and doesn't make his whole channel shouldn't become about what's going on with him. If he wants to be effective, he needs to continue to make the stuff that he's making. There is a problem in that, like, what they've done effectively now is they've stopped his ability to convert. He's going to be preaching to the converted now entirely. When he was on YouTube, he could reach new people. Now, all of the people that are going to be watching his content are already people that likely agree with him. That's a problem. What they want, they're effectively stopping what they wanted to stop. They may not be able to stop him from making money, but they're going to be able to stop him from reaching as many new people as they wanted, because the people who are going to watch it on YouTube are likely to see things like, you're going to get more of a wide range of people watching on YouTube. On Rumble, you're going to get people that agree with you. I would wonder if you ask and polled all the people who watch content on Rumble what their thoughts are on Moderna, they probably have pretty similar thoughts. Yeah. There's a $20 one there from Francisco Sanchez Jr.
Yes, Brett. Trailer quiffed is an NFL psyop. What was it a psyop? Was that 70 spot Miami put on Denver?
Yesterday.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi.
So Francisco Sanchez Jr. Did you see there was I saw a tweet. Sorry, an X, a Twix, from somebody who said that his whole family has a tradition where they all take shots of tequila every time the Miami Dolphins score a touchdown, which means that they would have taken 10 shots yesterday. So the tweet basically said, like, did this have you rethinking your life choices by the end of it? Because that must have been a rough end of the day. And apparently, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on this, the head coach of the Dolphins, I guess I forgot who they played. Who did they play? The Bears. But I guess he tried out for, he wanted to coach there, and they didn't even give him an interview or something. And he didn't kick the extra point yesterday at the end of the game that would have made it the highest scoring game in NFL history.
Wow.
He's like, I'm going to destroy you with honor.
I'm just pretending to
care.
Understand.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, because I talk about this all the time. There's nothing worse than what TV.
Do you pay attention to sports?
I follow through social media. I don't watch anymore, but I do follow I follow John Boy. I follow some of the other channels that talk sports, but I'm not a diehard or anything like that.
Are you a barstool conservative?
That is such an awful term, especially given that we're going to be talking about Dave Portnoy tomorrow.
I think you unironically are.
Probably no, because I don't consider myself a conservative.
I don't think that barstool conservatives are conservatives.
If by that you mean a liberal from 10 years ago before the world went absolutely insane, then sure. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media, and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.